Good morning, dear children. In science, today we will be learning a new lesson. Lesson number 5, Inside the Atom. Children, you have learned about matter in the previous standard. Let us revise. What is matter? Anything that has mass and volume is called a matter. Matter is classified into 3 types: elements, compounds, and mixture. What is meant by an element? An element is a type of matter composed of only one type of substance. Example: hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, etc. An element can be represented by using a symbol. Example: hydrogen, symbol is H, oxygen O, carbon C. Next is compound. What is a compound? Compound is made by chemical combination of 2 or more elements. Example: hydrogen and oxygen combine together to form water. A molecular formula is used to represent a compound. That means 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combine together to form water molecule. Molecular formula is H2O. What is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element. It is indivisible. That means we cannot divide further. Molecules are formed by chemical combination of atoms. Example: H2 hydrogen. Look at the diagram. 2 hydrogen atoms combine together to form hydrogen molecule. O2. 2 oxygen atoms combine together to form oxygen molecule, that is O2. Look at the table given. It is given in your textbook, page number 28. Let's see the columns given there. Name of substance, formula, is an atom or a molecule, single type of atom in the molecule, different types of atom in the molecule, then types of matter, that means element or compound. First example given: water. Formula H2O. Then H2O means 2 atoms of hydrogen combined with 1 atom of oxygen. That means it is not an atom. Atom means it is the smallest particle of an element. So what is this, children? It is a molecule, H2O. Molecular formula of water is H2O. So it is a molecule, not an atom. Single type of atom in the molecule? No. It consists of hydrogen and oxygen. So different types of atoms in this molecule. It is an example of compound. Water is a compound. What is meant by compound? 2 elements combine together to form a compound. Second example, second table, just see name of the substance: oxygen, O2. It is not an atom. Why? The 2 oxygen atoms combine together to form oxygen molecule. It is a molecule. So single type of atom is present there. Only one type of element is present. Then it is an example of element. Next is helium, He. It is an atom. That means we already learned we can represent atom with the help of a symbol. It consists of only one type of particle. So helium, it is an atom, not a molecule. So which type of matter it is? It is an element. It is not a compound. Next one is hydrogen, H2. 2 hydrogen atoms combine together to form hydrogen molecule. So it is not an atom, it is a molecule. But it contains single type of atoms. That means only hydrogen atoms are present there. It is an example of which matter? Element or compound? It is element because it consists of only one type of particle. Next is ammonia, NH3. One atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen combine together to form ammonia. So what is it, children? It is not an atom, it is a molecule. So which type of matter it is? Compound. Next example is nitrogen, N2. Our N2 is formed. Two atoms of nitrogen combine together to form nitrogen molecule. Okay, it is an example of element, not a compound. Next is, once again, what is meant by an atom? The smallest particle of an element is called an atom. The concept of atom is more than 2500 years old. However, it was forgotten in the course of time. In the modern times, scientists, on the basis of experiments, explain the nature of atom as well as the internal structure of atom. It started with Dalton's atomic theory. Let's see what is it. British scientist John Dalton put forth in 1803 AD his celebrated atomic theory. According to this theory, matter is made of atoms and atoms are indivisible and indestructible. All atoms of an element are alike, while different elements have different atoms with different mass. One activity is given there. Take a solid ball and a bundi laddu. Press both these spheres with your palms. What did you find? A bundi laddu is found to have an internal structure. It is formed by sticking smaller particles, the bundis, to each other. However, the solid ball, broadly speaking, does not have any internal structure. The atom, as described by Dalton, turns out to be a hard, solid sphere with no internal structure. According to Dalton's atomic theory, the mass is distributed uniformly in an atom. Next is, the scientist J.J. Thomson demonstrated experimentally that the negatively charged particles inside an atom have a mass 1800 times less than a hydrogen atom. Later, these particles were named as electron. Common substances are usually electrically neutral. Obviously, the molecule of substances and the atom which combines electrically to form molecule are electrically neutral. How is an atom is electrically neutral in spite of having negatively charged electron in it? Thomson overcome this difficulty by putting forth the plum pudding model of atomic structure. Thomson's plum pudding model of atom. The plum pudding model of atom put forth by Thomson in the year 1904 is the first model of atomic structure. According to this model, the positive charge is distributed throughout the atom and the negatively charged electrons are embedded in it. The distributed positive charge is balanced by the negative charge on the electron. Therefore, the atom becomes electrically neutral. Next is Rutherford's nuclear model of atom. Rutherford studied the inside of atom by his celebrated scattering experiment and put forth the nuclear model of atom in the year 1911. Rutherford took a very thin gold foil and bombarded it with positively charged alpha particles emitted by a radioactive element. He observed the path of alpha particles by means of a fluorescent screen around the gold foil. It was expected that the alpha particles would get reflected from the gold foil if the positively charged mass were evenly distributed inside the atoms. Unexpectedly, most of the alpha particles went straight through the foil. A small number of alpha particles get deflected from the original path through a small angle. A still small number of alpha particles get deflected through a large angle, and surprisingly, one alpha particle out of 20,000 bounced back in the direction opposite to the original path. The large number of alpha particles that went straight through the foil indicates that there was no obstacle in their path. It meant that there must be mainly an empty space inside the atoms in the solid gold foil. The small number of alpha particles that get deflected through a smaller or a big angle must have faced an obstacle in their path. It meant that the positively charged and heavy part causing obstruction would be in the center of the atom. From this, Rutherford put forth a nuclear model of atom as follows. There is a positively charged nucleus at the center of an atom. Almost the entire mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Negatively charged particles called electrons revolve around the nucleus. The total negative charge on all the electron is equal to the positive charge on the nucleus. As the opposite charges are balanced, the atom is electrically neutral. There is an empty space between the revolving electron and the atomic nucleus. An established law of physics: an electrically charged body is revolving in a circular orbit, its energy decreases. According to this law, the atom described by Rutherford's model turns out to be unstable. In reality, however, all atoms except radioactive atom are stable. This shortcoming of Rutherford's atomic model was removed by the atomic model put forth by Niels Bohr in the year 1913. Bohr's stable orbit atomic model. In the year 1913, Danish scientist Niels Bohr explained the stability of atom by putting forth stable orbit atomic model. The important postulates of Bohr's atomic model are as follows. The electron revolving around atomic nucleus lie in the concentric circular orbit at certain distance from the nucleus. Energy of an electron is constant while it is in a particular orbit. When an electron jumps from an inner orbit to an outer orbit, it absorbs energy equal to the difference of its energy level. And when it jumps from an outer to inner orbit, it emits energy equal to the difference of its energy level. Some more atomic models were put forth after Bohr's atomic model. Atomic structure was studied at depth with the advent of new branch of science called quantum mechanics. The remaining part of the lesson we will learn in the next section. Next part is assignment. Find out the answers of the given questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.